Good morning, my friends. Oh man, I tell you what, I used to be so excited about Saturdays, but I'll tell you what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're the new Mondays, and Monday is also going to be the new Monday because we don't get to trade on Monday this week. Oh man, it's a tough week. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trades, where we get technical analysis of different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money. And I'm happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. I added that last piece in because one time I had a guy that said, "Financially free? That must mean you're broke." I think you guys will laugh at that too. It made me chuckle. I'm doing all right for myself. I can't complain too much. If I can pass on any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me, make the community a little bit better off than it was before, that's all that I can ask for. Lastly, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today we're going to be covering a weekly recap on how the stocks that I was in performed this week, on the growth of the portfolio. But before we get into that, I am going to just give a quick shout out to the guys over the Patreon. We did have some new members join us. We are sitting at 296 members. Jeff, Patrick, Ben, WD, W, George W, John, M, Sadiq, Dameen, Johnny, Amanda, Aviran. Thank you guys so much for the support. It really does mean a lot. They'll have access to the private Discord as well as real-time insight to my personal trading. And there's a lot of gold in this private Discord, guys. We've got channels for a bunch of different stocks. We've got watch list stocks. People request different stocks for me to take a look at. Buy or sell ideas, research, patterns and indicators, the whole 9 yards. So if you're interested, there is a link to the Patreon in the description down below, and you can join there. Now, we're just going to give a quick rundown on the growth of the portfolio for the week. And I will pull up my last video that I posted last week at the end of the week and just show you the growth of my portfolio, just so that you guys know that I'm not BSing you, as I can't show you my week-to-week growth on Fidelity. But we will show you really quick where it ended last week at, and I will show you right now. So we finished off last week at $25,802, and I am currently sitting at $26,863. So we finished off the week positive about 1,000. The last trading day I was down about $1,500 or so. So it was a little bit rough. You know, it was a bleeder across the market last week, but we did still have a green week, and that is all that I can ask for. MVIS was absolutely killer. We'll run through every single stock and my game plan on them, the performance, what I see moving forward. And the reason that I have this kind of portfolio challenge series going is because I want to be completely transparent about my trading strategy with you guys, so that I can show you how I do what I do, to show you that you guys can make money as well. And guys, think about this. If your Roth manager gets you a 10% return per year on your Roth IRA, that is absolutely killer. That is phenomenal. And if you're managing your own portfolio and you are averaging a return of 15, 20, 30, 40, 50% per year, you are crushing the game, guys. That is absolutely insane. And if I show you guys where I started off the series, this was posted on December 22nd. I was sitting at $19,567 on the beginning of December 22nd. So I have grown my portfolio just a little under $10,000. So it's doing very well. I'm up about 50% so far in the last couple, 3 weeks or so. And I am very content with that. And you guys, I got one guy that said in the comment section, honestly, your portfolio is not that impressive. And I understand I'm not playing with a lot of money. There are people out there that follow the channel who are investing hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I understand that. But to me, it's not about the dollar sign per se. It's about the growth. It's about the community. It's about the fact that we're doing this together. And I just want to show other people out there that you can do this too. So this is currently where we're sitting at, is $26,863. And we'll just run through every single one of these stocks really quick. So we'll start off with APXT. APXT was a pretty solid return for me on the week. They had a nice green week. They are trading pretty decently right now. We do have and I'm going to change the color on this real quick. I did just recently create a video, and that's why the color on it's a little bit different. But Just a quick rundown. We did have a pretty solid week with APXT. It was green for the week. We did finish the last day red, but this is a pretty solid play. And we do look like we're going to have a nice breakout with APXT right now. The volume is remaining pretty consistent. We do have the VAMA over the 200 EMA, which is a bullish indicator. And we do have a nice gap between these two levels right now. So I can see this being a $28 to $30 play before the merger date. The merger date happens. So that is my game plan here, is looking for a $28 to $30 price target on this SPAC play, and I will exit my position and lock in my 100% margins. Bio is a swing trade for me, and it is one that is not sitting too great right now. Just to be completely transparent, I am down on Bio. Show you really quick. I am down on Bio about 20% and $500. So this one has been a little bit rough for me, but I'm not stressed out too much yet. If we see a break below 80 cents, at that point I will be a little more concerned, but it has held up pretty well over this 80 cent mark. And if we do drop below 80 cents, it looks like 73 cents is going to be the next leg up. BioLace is a dentist-based company, and they presented at the H.C. Wainwright conference, the biotech conference, and they work with different sorts of laser tech that can be used for, oral surgery on different tooth procedures, and I can see a lot of growth for this company in the future. One of the guys that's over the private Discord, his name is Mike. We call him Crew Guy. He projects this to be a $2 or3 stock within the next month or two, and that is why I am still in the stock. That, and it is still bullish territory, right? We have a crossover on the 15 VAMA over the 200 EMA back here. It has remained up since. We have been slowing down. It has been bleeding a little bit, but the market the last 2 days has been a little bit red. So I am waiting this one out. This will be a swing trade for me. I'm not overly concerned yet. Now, CLWD, that is the next stock that I'm in. Currently down a pretty decent margin. My dollar cost average is 14.4 cents, and I do have, I believe, 22,000 shares, so I'm down about 32%. I misjudged the bottom out on CLWD, but I'm not super concerned because I do believe that this stock has a lot of upside. It is extremely bullish right now, and after growing more than 1,000%, I think a return of 40%, giving 40% back is, pretty justified. The way that I can see this playing out is we might see a couple more days of consolidation, and then I assume that we'll break the next leg up. We're just going to have to remain in that bullish uptrend. We're going to need this 15 VAMA to remain over the 200 EMA. It is slowing down right now. It is approaching the 200 EMA, but we do need a couple more days of price action for me to say this is in pretty bearish territory. This is still a bullish stock, and I still do feel pretty good about CLWD. With any penny stock, though, there is the risk that you lose all of your investment, so do be careful if you decide to get into CLWD, as it is a risky penny stock. I'm completely content with the fact that I might lose the $2,500 or whatever I have in this stock right now. I believe it is worth $2,151, down $1,000, so $3,000. I'm completely content losing that full $3,000 if it comes down to it, because the risk is I lose $3,000. The upside is if this hits $1, I'd 5-6x my money, right? So just be very cautious about what you decide to get into, but I am in CLWD right now for a small loss. Fuel cell. We'll touch on CTRM actually. CTRM is one that I'm very excited about. This looks extremely bullish on the charts. We do have a nice clean bullish flag. It did break below that, but if we want to draw it out, we can see that this is still in a bullish flag formation. It is just not quite as clean as it was right here, right? We broke through that consolidation, but we are still setting higher highs and higher lows macroscopically, right? So here we have 28 cents as a low. Here we have 32 cents as a low. And if this trend continues, it should continue to run bullish, right? The VAMA is still trading above the 200 EMA. We do still have this nice breakout. So that is where CTRM is currently looking. I'm looking for this as a swing trade. If I can double up my money on CTRM, I'd be completely content walking away and being a pretty happy guy. Next, we'll touch on fuel cell, and fuel cell is going to be a hold for me for a long period of time. I think this is going to retrace a lot of the steps that Plug has made. I can see fuel cell being a $35 stock at the end of the year. And just to give you some perspective, I think 5 or 6 days ago, a week ago, Plug was trading at $32, right? And they hit 72. So if fuel cell retraces some of those similar movements over time, it's not out of the question to say that this could be a $30 stock. I mean, fuel cell a month ago was a penny stock. It traded at $8, $7, and it did touch 20. So it's obvious to me that there's a lot of traction that's involved with fuel cell. The volume is remaining very consistent, which means we should see consistent growth. And I do think we bottomed out. I do have a video out on fuel cell if you're interested. I did post it today talking about the bottom out. I think it's a great buying opportunity. I will not be selling fuel cell. And guys, I was up about 70 or 80%. I had $2,000 gain, and I did not touch it because I do believe that this is going to be a huge stock in the future. And if I had sold out, I'd be sitting at $27,800 instead. But I'm completely content with waiting, because to me, the long-term potential with fuel cell, if I average up, if I continue to add to my position to grow it, I do think it is going to pay me some huge returns in the future. MVIS, this is my baby, guys. This is half my portfolio, and for good reason. And this thing is about to do some filthy, filthy stuff. I can't even begin to describe. The last trading day, we touched $7.48, and I think this is just the beginning. This is starting to get some attention, and if you pay attention to MVIS on StockTwits, we pulled them up on StockTwits really quick. MVIS, StockTwits. They're getting some momentum. Sentiment is up, price is up. People are very bullish on this stock. A lot of bulls, going to retest 745 again. And you need to pay attention to what people think about certain stocks, because it doesn't matter what you think. You're only one person, right? As pessimistic as that might sound, it matters what collectively people feel about a stock. And people are starting to gain some attraction towards MVIS. And I do think it is the beginning of a very bullish run. I think we're going to see a retest of 975. And I think that MVIS is going to be a company that has potential to be a 20-bagger at the end of 2021 if a buyout does not happen. And I am very high up on MVIS. There's a reason that I've got $13,000 in MVIS, because I think that the potential here is extremely high. So let's just hypothetically say that MVIS is bought out by Microsoft for a $5 billion acquisition, right? The way that works is you are paid a $7 per $1 billion per share on your position in MVIS. So if we do some quick math, I have 2,030 shares in MVIS. You can see right here. And if they give me a 5x multiplier on $7, that means that I will receive $35 per 2,030 shares. And if I do the math on that really quick, that comes out to a total return of $71,000. And I am lowballing, guys, because really $5 billion for Microsoft is lowballing in my eyes. And if we do a $10 billion acquisition, you're looking at $142,000. So that is a huge, huge, huge return on my investment on MVIS. And honestly, I probably won't even sell, because I think that if MVIS does get acquired by Microsoft, Tesla, Ford, Apple, any of these companies, it'll be huge, huge returns for Microvision in the future. So that is one of the stocks that I'm the highest up on in this list. Next, I do have SHIP. SHIP, I'm looking for $1. I am down on SHIP currently, but we do have a nice bit of consolidation happening right now. This does look like a pretty clean wedge formation that we're seeing right now. So I will draw out a quick trend line on that, just so you can see how this could play out. And if it does end up breaking this top trend line by the end of the next trading day, or sometime in the next trading day, I would assume that we have a retest of 86 cents, 89 cents, 93, 95, and $1. It may not all happen on the same day, but that will be the beginning of another bullish run. And this is consolidating very nicely. Consolidation favors the bulls. It gives confirmation that a stock is not just a pump and dump. And guys, if we look at the volume that's pumping into this, we have some pretty large green bars here, right? But the sell-off is not the same amount of volume. So I do think that there are some people that are still holding this. And the reason that I'm still holding is because the RSI correction has not been brutal whatsoever. It's trading just under neutral. And that tells me that there are investors in SHIP and not traders, right? So I am going to be holding my position in SHIP. This will be a 2, 3, 4 week swing for me, most likely. Even if I have some slow growth, even if I have a small bleed, I'm down 100 on the week, 200 on the week, I'm completely content with that, because I think the upside here is perfectly okay for me. I'm down 6.5%, $279, and I am going to be holding my position, and I will give you an update on my next video as we get closer to my price target on SHIP. Lastly, I am in Zohm, and Zohm is going to be a filthy monster. I think this is going to be a 4 or 5 bagger at the end of March, which is when we're expecting to hear about their Truforma commercialization. And if we think about the comparison between Zohm and JAG-X, they have very similar setups. Granted, Zohm's not a SPAC or a merger play, right? But we have a hard date set, a hard catalyst coming up, which is going to build anticipation for Zohm. We do have a very nice setup on the chart with a 15-day VAMA over the 200 EMA. We have a beautiful looking gap up here between those two levels. It is consolidating extremely well. We've had a retest of $1 multiple times, and we haven't pushed back down to prior levels under 90 cents. So I do think this is going to hold very well. This was a stock that I was also up about 80% on at one time, and I did not sell. I'm up 25% right now, $856, and I'm looking for $4 or $5 on this by the end of March. So this is going to be a hold play for me up until that date, and I'm completely satisfied if I do lose the money that I have in Zohm, because I think that the upside outweighs the risk, right? If I have an upside of 400% on Zohm, because I got it at a dollar cost average of 78 cents, and this hits $4. And I'm not a great math guy, but we'll just assume that's 80 cents. 8, 16, 24, 32, 4. That's a 500% upside if it just reaches $4. So I'm completely content holding my position in Zohm, waiting for that time period so that I can lock in some absolutely filthy profits. And if it doesn't happen, you know, I can still walk away up 30, 40, 50% if we continue to see some growth like we've seen in the past month, right? Because we were trading at 16 cents, you know, on December 17th, and we touched out at $1.40. So if it continues that sort of growth, you know, even if we just average up $1 per month, I'm absolutely satisfied holding on to Zohm. It does look very bullish. I do like the price action that's happening on the charts. And one thing that I want to clarify on, guys, I do have people that sometimes say to me, why are you telling these guys to get into these stocks? Because the financials look bad. The company looks bad. They've got this, they've got that, right? And manage your own risk, guys. I am in this stock because I think that it's going to pay well, right? I'm not guaranteeing you that you're going to make money. There is risk with any penny stock that you get into. But my sole driver on price action and investing and trading is technical analysis and news or public relation catalysts and confirmation on the chart indicators. And we have all three of those for me, and that is why I'm getting into Zohm. Because to be completely blunt, we are currently living in a trader's market and not an investor's market. And you might be asking, what does that mean? Well, to me, that means people don't really truly pay attention to the financials of a company as much as they should, right? That is a good thing to pay attention to. Fundamental analysis is a great tool for long-term investing, and I would recommend that for anybody that's looking to hold a position for years and years and years, right? But to be blunt, Zohm, if you're going to hold this until the end of March, it doesn't really matter what the fundamentals of the company are, because the only thing that could really derail you here is if something absolutely crazy happens, like they cancel their webinar, or the CEO gets caught doing drugs or something, or they get busted for laundering money, right? That matters, right? But most companies are not going to have that sort of situation happen. So if you want to do a little background check on all the stocks that I have, you know, Zohm, SHIP, MVIS, FuelCell, CTRM, CLWD, Bio, APXT, you know, feel free to do so, right? Because it is a good thing to know the management team and to feel confident in the management team. But for most swing trade opportunities, it matters more what trader sentiment is towards the stock. For my long-term holds, right, for FuelCell, for MVIS, I am in these long-term because I actually truly do believe in the fundamentals of the company. I believe in their potential for growth. I believe in their previous growth, and that matters more so than these penny stock plays. So don't take this as me saying, hey, it doesn't matter the fundamentals of a company, the background of the company, fundamental analysis. I'm not trying to deter you whatsoever from your trading strategy, right? But what I am saying is that it does matter that we are in a trader's market, and that is the way that the market's rolling right now, and I am going with the grain and not against it. So that is my update on my portfolio, guys. It was about a $1,000 plus week, so not a crazy week like last week. We didn't go up $7,000. We didn't hit any grand slams yet, but we are in the process, and I will show you guys my closed positions so that you can see my wins and my losses. I did make some money on PTE. I'm up about $469. I am down on OCGN. That's from last week. Naked, I took a small L. Leah, I took a small L. IDX, I made about $353. And the rest of my profits are not closed positions yet. So that is currently where I'm sitting on the portfolio. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link in the description box for TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is an SEO optimization website that I personally pay a $9 per month membership for, and it is highly what I attribute growing from zero to over 8,000 subscribers in 1 month. So if you're a content creator or looking to become one, I could not recommend this highly enough. It really helps get your videos into the eyes of your intended audience. So if you do want to use my link, it is a great way to support the channel. I will receive a commission off of your purchase at no extra cost to you. And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. I just appreciate your support and taking the time to watch my videos. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.